back, everyone. It's the Aces NFL show. I've got me Rams t-shirt on because they just bled me dry and they bled the country dry. We've been red hot except for the Rams call last week. Sip, we should start there. But, hey,
maybe.
I should welcome the king back in the studio, Aaron Sitboss in the Philly top. I told you the Broncos had beat them last week.
They were big, the Broncos. Made a statement, didn't they? It was awesome to watch. Big time. 3 points after halftime, and then they get going after that. Kudos to Bo Nix and that team. They were outstanding.
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm not repeating myself. You heard it. That's it. I'm leaving it at that.
Big Bo Nix. He's got a big Nix.
He's a bit of nip and tuck about him, that's for sure.
He's red hot. And
He
you
is
know
red
what?
hot. He is red hot.
Being down a couple of scores against the Eagles, you normally run out of time because they do all the, they've got
at home.
They don't give the ball back
At
to you.
home,
That's
yeah.
a gutsy win on the
big
road.
time. You stop in Saquon. Maybe he's a little banged up, but you stop Saquon. Your defense just got going, and then the ballsiness on that to go, let's go to Cortland Sutton against Mitchell, and he was unbelievable.
I couldn't believe that.
Couldn't believe it. Let's just go after
I lost
it.
on one of my same gamers. Guess how I lost? I went Broncos. I nailed everything.
Yeah.
I needed Mims for 25 yards.
You didn't see him.
I thought it's got to go to him or
You
Franklin.
didn't need to because of what Sutton did. It was unbelievable.
That tells me Sutton's an absolute stud.
I'm really liking what Sutton's doing right now. That's a great combination. They're exciting to watch.
I wouldn't want to be the player that's playing wide receiver.
Nah.
That's lined up next to Mitchell this week because normally you respond when you get beat. He hasn't been beaten much in his career.
So, and they're a little banged up there, the old Giants in the wide receiver room. So he could be on for a big one.
We'll get to that game in a second because I'm 4 from 4 with me bold predictions and I'm about to go 5 and I'm going to use it all up on Thursday night football.
Here we go.
So tune in for that one. All right, the Ravens. Look, I've had a lot of people message me. Train the Ravens. We're not.
Yeah.
We were last week, though.
Yeah. You're in trouble.
Mate, $161 million on the sidelines.
Yes.
And if I,
that will do
I
it.
wish I didn't support them because I would have loaded up on the Texans. The Texans, I think, it was almost like $1.90 each.
Yeah, honestly, I think the last time I saw it before the game had just finished, it was $1.85 to about $2.05. I was like, oh.
And I thought maybe the Ravens, I thought Ravens will respond. And it's just, they didn't have enough cattle out there. Some of their best players on defense were getting just torched.
Yeah, you've just got stars that are missing and it's hard to replace it. Yeah, it was hard. But, guys take a couple of weeks to get back into a rhythm of things. And, yeah, there's a lot of talent on the sideline right now that makes it really hard. And when you've got Cooper Rush also on you as your quarterback.
It wasn't too bad.
I know, but it's just a different dynamic. He can't run. So it makes it hard.
We're going to talk about last week quickly, but I wanted to say huge shout out to everyone. Sip, did you see the YouTube comments? There were...
I had not, but it's been lifting every single week, hasn't it? It's been really good
from everyone. Thank you so much for getting involved. No one predicted the score correctly on YouTube, so we gave the pair of Rixies away on Instagram. We did 2 competitions. I said to Morgs behind the scenes, we'll just give away the winner from both platforms. So no winner at YouTube. The Detroit Lions, they actually didn't put up that many points. We said 50s. 37 was the number.
Don't get me started.
And I thought when they did a little safety that no one would have guessed the number, but we did. We had a winner. He's been sent his Rixie. So thank you to everyone that got involved. I think there was 350 comments. That made that game a little bit more interesting. Right, let's just get straight into it. Best bets last week. We both went 2 from 3, but if you took the 2 that did hit and you just extended them, you would have cleaned up. Garrett Wilson for you had the tud as well. And Jackson Smith-Njigba, 65 receiving yards. Sip. You could have taken that too. I think he had 100 and something.
He took the piss.
Gibbsy letting you down is, you know what? That's just typical. They were up by a heap and Goff wasn't really required. He wasn't required.
No, it was just frustrating. But Montgomery even just taking the reps off him and then I'm just like, just give him the ball.
They're resting for this week.
They'll just... Big matchup this week for him, but I was genuinely flat about that because I was that confident that he was just going to take the absolute piss against that Bengals defense. But anyway, moving on.
Don't worry, mate. I'm gutted that Tesla stole Jamison Williams' tutty. I knew that I told you in the studio, we should have clipped it up. I think we were off air. I said, I just don't know. Laporta hasn't scored one. I reckon they're going to find him, but this is set up for play action. And in the end, I saw Tesla he was the one that got his number called. Williams really quiet. I'm looking forward to this week against the Chiefs. We saw what a couple of the wide receivers did there, and I just felt good seeing Travis Hunter get a big catch. But I must say, he was wide open, and I was starting to feel sick. I'm thinking, Trevor, throw him the ball. You've got, Brian Thomas, he wasn't open a lot, and he kept throwing it in tight windows. I'm like, you've got the stud there. And did you see the play where he got it? Made a man miss twice.
Made him look silly.
Mate, he's going to be something else.
He absolutely. Just as I said, just leave him on the offensive side of the ball and let him make plays that way. You can 1-2 punch with Thomas and Hunter. That's a dangerous game. And if you get Lawrence right, which I think he's been actually doing a pretty good job, the Jags are a smoky right now. They are playing some unbelievable football at the moment. That's a big comeback win on the road. Very, very impressive. They continue to build that. That's exciting times down there at Duval.
Number one defense in the league at the moment. Yep. We saw that. What was it? A 99?
99, pick six, which was unbelievable. And their defense just like absolutely just want to find the footy. They just want to find the ball.
Just on Travis Hunter. So we said last week we're expecting more offense. Mm-hmm. We got that right. It was only 67% snap percentage. I was looking for hopefully 70, but he had 64 yards. And if you look at his numbers, he pretty much, 3 catches for 3 targets.
Yeah.
Like, just if he gets more targets, this bloke's going to explode. I reckon he's untapped, and Trevor needs to start finding him more. Yep. I almost wanted to follow up again this week because they play Seattle, and we know Woolen will probably go to Thomas, but hey.
I like it though. It's all based on training, isn't it? When you've got Travis Hunter is clearly still doing both, and you're taking away the reps that he's going to get, with Lawrence. So, that's where I think if you give him more opportunity there, then, get the work done during the week, give Lawrence the confidence, happy days.
Now, I don't want to pump my own tyres up, but I told you Sam Darnold 225, took the $1.80. Man, he's gone for 341 and 4 tuds in the air. They obviously got, but the Bucks just love giving you heaps in the air, and they still win because Baker Mayfield's a freak.
But Baker did the same thing, which was incredible. But what an unbelievable game!
Amazing. I'm loving Baker. I'm actually loving Sam Darnold, and I'm loving a lot of things. Hey, let's just get through last week. That's our tips. A quick shout out to our tipping leaderboard sip. You know how angry I am because I slept in one week. Yeah. Well, I didn't sleep in. I was watching the games, but I forgot to put my tips in. So I'm cooked. But we got Jesse Foster on 59, 2 clear.
Yeah.
A very tough week, mind you. Last week, I'm looking at the top 10, and Randy Footlong, who's sitting in about 9th, he had 9 correct, but everyone else was looking at your 4s, your 6, your 8. It was a tough week.
It was upsets galore last week. It was unbelievable, which is great. I love that about the NFL. Any given Sunday.
Righto. Well, I've got some notes here we'll get through, but let's just get to the news. And the biggest news is Flacco's been traded to the Bengals.
Yep.
And this is exciting, I think. If you've got Jamar Chase, you got T. Higgins, get excited. We were just talking off air. Just think about Jerry Jeudy, where he come from. He went from the Broncos to the Browns, and Flacco said, I'm going to just pepper the ball here, and I don't care if I get picked off. Yep. This is exciting. Browning was very, very disappointing. He had a huge second half, but the game was done against the Lions. His first half was horrendous. And his last 2 games prior were horrific.
Horrendous.
So this is exciting, and we saw what Jamar Chase is able to do once he gets out the back and can make a man miss and go all the way. I think did he go for 2 tuds in the end?
2 touchdowns, 110 yards. Yep.
Yeah, so it's exciting. That's the biggest news for me. The other 2 is probably there's a few injuries popping up, no bigger than probably Hampton, the running back there from the Chargers. They're getting really banged up, the Chargers. We can talk about them later.
Their O-line is shot to pieces too.
I've got a stat there. I'll read out in a second. And the last one is Rashee Rice, 1 week away. We have 1 more week. He returns in week 7. I know the Chiefs are 2 and 3, but that offense is moving. And if you slot in Rashee Rice, I think if you've stacked him, which I have, and I need him back because we're getting pumped, he's going to light up your fantasy side. He'll be your best bet nearly every week. Once we see the production, looking forward to that. Sip. Have I missed anything else in the news?
You are pretty good with that. That's awesome,
mate. Let's go through just some other notes. But I think we've kind of touched on last week a fair bit before we get to the 2-minute drill. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, I think what Rico Dowdle did last week was pretty impressive. Oh, my goodness. 200 yards. Tutty, just keep his number 1 for a while because Chubb's been struggling, no doubt.
He's injured at the moment.
I know he's been injured, but prior to that, he hadn't really been going. He was the clear number 1 there, and then he just goes out and absolutely explodes. Mind you, against a Miami defense that continues to be putrid, but we'll leave that for another day. But everything else, I reckon we've spoken about. I just read here that Baker has some serious kahunas.
Oh.
It is so exciting.
Who's got bigger palms, Baker Mayfield or Dan Campbell?
I reckon Baker's starting to catch up, I reckon, a little bit.
Dan Campbell?
Oh, mate, it's unbelievable to watch. For what he's been through and everything like that, to finally find a spot, and he's got the young rookie that is on absolute tear. He's already won Rookie of the Year. It doesn't matter.
I'm glad. So anyone out there, have you seen the clip? Because I'm glad that the big
Buku.
I'm glad that Gronk can't pronounce his name either.
No, I can't. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. EE, baby. EE.
Did you see what he said? The Gronk? The Gronk had an absolute mare. If you haven't seen it, type in the Gronk trying to pronounce Amika.
I don't think Rob can even say his own name. That's quite funny, but we'll leave it at that. But other than that, everything else has basically been spoken about. Some big upsets, but a big week 5.
He reminds me of Jamar Chase, and in fact, I think he's already surpassed him in the numbers at the moment.
Yeah.
But the way he moves and the way he carries himself, they have a Jamar Chase at the Bucks, and we know Evans is at the latter end with his hamstring issues, and Godwin's getting banged up every second week, but. Man, him and Baker could be the
yards, touchdown. It's amazing to watch.
And he goes
so
quiet
impressive
for like 2 quarters and then just boom.
Oh, unbelievable. So impressive.
I'm just looking at the futures market here to see what Baker Mayfield is in the market. So he's $9. Josh Allen $2.30, Mahomes $6, Jared Goff $13, and Jordan Love. Yeah, so I reckon Baker at $9. If they continue to keep going and Mahomes can't win, then he surely gets the goes up next to Josh Allen, who's flying. Oh, and the Patriots. What about Stephon Diggs? Last leg, I need the touchdown. I need the touchdown from Stephon Diggs on the Aces 0 touchdown list. If anyone else is on the hub, mate, he's gone for 140 something yards and just didn't score.
Unbelievable. He's back, which is a great thing to start off with. But let's now get him in the end zone. But he is back.
Tell you who's back. Rico Dowdle playing Dallas.
Oh, can't wait for this one. I've got it in my notes. We'll speak about it a little bit later, but this one could just have all kinds of offense written all over it. And I am pumped.
One more for you. Jonathan Gannon's fined $100,000 for belting his own player, the running back Amari DeMarcado, after his fumble. I've got 2 things for you. Can you belt your own teammates? And did he deserve to be belted? Oh. And should you be fined $1 million if you do what Amari DeMarcado did, running in as a third-string running back? He's gutted them for 60, and he's decided to drop the ball on the goal line. What is doing, Sip?
At a bare minimum, you have to give up your paycheck for the week that you're going to earn, surely.
I think Greg Olson said $1 million fine or cut him. And he goes, but if it's Derrick Henry, you wouldn't want to cut him. So here we go, $1 million. That might have been Barstool. If you just fine them $1 million, it'll never happen again. How can it happen?
It's just unbelievable, isn't it? Like
did you do athletics as a kid?
I did.
They'd always say run through, run through an extra 5'10".
Just run through the line. It's like, it's mind blowing how often it still happens.
Unbelievable.
And the coaches preach it. Like Jonathan Gannon was the defensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles, and they preach, just get through. So no wonder he's smacking him in the.
He's actually punched him. Like you wouldn't do that to your mates. It's gross.
It's just like you make it 28-6, that game's over, and you lose the game. Like it doesn't seem like it's like that much at the time, but costly. So
is it a flag or is it play on? To belt your running back.
Who does play on? You've just cost him a touchdown and a win. It's play on.
100K.
Of course the head coach can get after it. Why doesn't he smack him in the mouth?
Oh, I don't think it's good for the locker room when your coach is belting your third string running back.
We'll see how he responds this week.
Oh wow! All right, time for your 2-minute drill, and let's get into that. Let's get into the band lesson and week 6 preview because I'm toey for that first game. All right, you ready? Connor Young, King Henry is washed.
Yeah, he's struggling, but so are the Ravens. So we'll go from there.
George A. Judkins is a top 5 running back.
Looks to be the case right now. He's playing some really good football.
Morgs, Bryce Young will be fixing PlayStations for a living next year. He got the chocolates. What's he on about, Morgs?
They won the game after being down 20-3. Give him a break.
I was texting Guinea at like 3:30 for him.
He loves it. I love it.
And I go, I did a live bet. They were down 10. And I go, mate, and he goes, you dream. And anyway, I didn't. It's too early. And they come back and won. I said, and he goes, did you do it? I was like, nah, but I wish I did.
Yeah, unbelievable. Great, good fight. And obviously they were able to run the game, but Bryce Young managed the clock well. Nah, that's a big no.
And Miami, putrid. When are they going to get a new head coach?
Putrid.
Tyler, Highland, Mac 10 is a dog.
He was on the weekend, or he was on that Friday morning or Thursday night.
How many bananas did he suck back? How many bananas do you reckon he can do?
Get all the energy that you need, pal, and the potassium that you need, because that was absolutely unbelievable to watch.
I've never seen a man consume so many bananas. All right, Jeffy. Kylie Murray is atrocious. He's called him Kylie. Kylie.
I hope you did that on purpose. Oh, it was tough to watch. He got banged up a little bit too, but you can't be losing games like that on
21-6 they were when the RB
can't be doing that.
Amari, I can't even say his name, but he got belted. That's a bad loss. All right, here we go. Jake Wardy. Geno Smith is the most overrated player in the league.
I would agree with that. He is like struggling. I said last week, they've paid him big money to come over there and have an impact, and it's he's impacting just the wrong way. So, yeah, I agree.
Really well said. I've got some photos I saved. Here we go. Just one on that one there while we pause the 2-minute drill. I'd love to just save some stuff.
I've got a timeout. It's good.
I'd love to save some stuff. And this is the post. Turnover machine. That's what it says. And look at this video. Geno Smith leading the Raiders offense. Oh, it's harsh. I don't like sharing that stuff because we've all had mares before.
It is harsh.
All right, keep moving. Jevy, Baker's the best quarterback in the NFC.
Oh, nah, not yet.
Who you got above him?
In the NFC? I honestly probably still have Stafford.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's
right now.
Yep. So the podium of the MVP right now would be Baker, Dak, and Daniel Jones. Imagine saying that 2 years ago.
Jeez, I agree with imagining putting those names up, but I probably wouldn't have them in that order just yet.
Well, obviously you're missing Josh Allen and Mahomes.
Yeah, and that's right.
And you never know what Lamar could do when he comes back.
Yeah.
All right, couple more. White Nux, Lamar's a myth. I'll answer that. White Nux, you're an absolute knucklehead. He's not playing. He's injured. He's a fucking superstar. Chrissy
He's a
4.
two-time MVP. Let's calm down.
Chrissy 4. This is funny. Chris Jones is aging like a Chobani in the spa. That's unbelievable from Chrissy 4. What was he doing on the last play?
I don't know.
He was having a spa.
Oh, he was definitely in the jacuzzi having a relaxation, that's for sure.
Have you seen his snag fall out at draft camp? Have
Mate.
you seen Jonesy on the sprint?
I did not see
you?
Jonesy on the sprint.
Oh,
Nah.
mate,
You need to send that through
Google
to me for
40-yard
sure.
dash and you'll see the third stump roll out. Oh, my God. He nearly ran it on the third.
Jeez, I love that.
There you go. That is the 2-minute drill. It's
good
now
stuff.
time to get into the ban list. Last week, we had Jamar Chase and Ladd McConkey on there. They combined for 3 touchdowns and about 150
and Ladd could have had a
yards.
fourth, which was unbelievable.
That was also one of the guys that if he scores that, our Aces 0 touchdown combine gets up. By the way, we've done that again. So if you're on the Oz American Aces Hub, check out what we've done this week. It's pretty juicy. Week 6 ban list. I've gone and done mine. Here we go. Jamison Williams, Detroit Lions. I can't trust him. He doesn't get the ball. I got him in fantasy. I've taken him early. And he's just one of those players going to score 30 or 0. And I need 10. I need 10 a week at the moment, Sid. So he's going on, and you know what? He'll bounce back. The other one was Zach Ertz. Nowhere.
Yeah, nowhere. Good win by them, but and normally.
No Terry. I thought he'd get peppered.
I thought so too. I honestly thought with Daniels being back, they definitely thought he'd get, because he likes him too. He likes using the tight end. So, yeah, that was a bit surprising for sure.
You could almost put Keon Coleman, if he didn't catch that touchdown. He was head coach discipline, missed the first drive of the game. I think I don't know what he's doing internally, but he needs to sharpen up because he's meant to be their wide receiver 1. All right, I've read the tipping leaderboard already. Let's get into this week's games. I saved some photos. Before we do, though, I've just got some stats here. Jamar Chase is one of the Bengals' leading tacklers today. He has 3 tackles on 3 Jake Browning interceptions. Can you believe that? Your best wide receivers had more tackles than players on your defense. And what about Shaheed, however you say his name, but he's hit 22.72 miles per hour. I think he's the fastest ever.
He's quick.
Fastest ever player in the NFC.
Very quick.
Recorded.
Yeah.
Did you see the bomb, 80-yard touchdown?
It was huge. It was unbelievable too. And they're going okay. They're going okay. Spencer did it right on the weekend.
And one more from me. I want to just give our man Big Bill a shout out from Washington. He led the week 5 with 6.6 yards per carry, but he is becoming a monster. That it was Travis Etienne in second, and then Rico Dowdle tied with Javonte Williams, who's another beast this year.
His name will come up later in our conversation for sure.
Well, I might read the rest of the stats out later because Rico got some more. All right, here we go. time to start prime time, and it is the Eagles heading to the Giants. Thursday night football at your favorite surface, MetLife.
Oh,
take it away, Sip.
Jeez. The Eagles offense has to find a way to get going. You have too many stars to not be putting up 30 every single week. I don't care what defense is against you. Need to find a way. Third last right now. Third last. And they've got to figure something out. They keep saying that they keep changing it up and figuring out ways, but guess what? You still got AJ Brown that's not even getting the ball yet. I know Saquon Barkley may be a little bit banged up right now, but he needs to get going. And this is the game for him to do it. No better than to go up against your opposition that you used to be playing for. And this is the time for you to stand up and deliver. It's plain and simple in my eyes. That's all you need to be able to do. Give him the fucking ball and let him do his thing. Open up those fucking holes and let him get after it. That is going to be me. They do that. They win this game by 20 and it's over by halftime. Happy days.
You think 20? Honestly? The line's 7.5.
Yeah, I think if they are at their best, they just mantle this Giants team. I don't care how good their defense is or what they've got on the defensive side. If you, with a rookie quarterback and the defense that you pride yourself on, you go out there and make a statement on the road and you win this by 3 touchdowns.
I totally agree. I don't know where the Giants offense is going to come. Jackson Dart on a short turnaround. He's going to face Mitchell on his best receiver, which I don't even know who is, Slayton at the moment.
And he's questionable too right now with a hamstring.
There you go.
So he might not even play. It might be Wandale Robertson.
Yeah, you get your running back room, but you can only throw it to them so many times. They might have him down in third and long a lot. And when you're in third and long against Broncos, Eagles, even Niners, any good team on defense, Packers, you just can't really get it done because they allow you 4 or 5 and they just grab you. They just don't let you get it. No. So I think this is a real danger game for the Giants. Sorry, this is a real easy game for the Eagles, I should say. And look, I'm going to explode here. Let me just line this one up. This is the AJ Brown legacy game, Sip. Saquon Barkley's called a meeting during the week with Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown. Now, he's only doing that because I reckon he can see frustration in the locker room.
It's building.
Saquon Barkley's questionable on our apps at the moment. He'll be fine. But it's a short turnaround. They want him for the whole season. And if there's a couple of players right now that are frustrated, Smitty had a big game last week, but he still wants to score. Mate, I've gone to the traders. This is the AJ Brown legacy game coming up. I don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get 3 tuds. You're going to get 2 tuds. You might get 150 and 1 tud. Whatever you do, just put all your hard-earned responsibly on AJ Brown against the Giants. Did you see what Shaheed did last week? Mate, the Saints beat him last week.
Come on.
They're going to have the ball. Jalen Hurts, I can see him throwing 3, 4 tutties, but I've gone to the traders as well to back this up. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's Smitty and it's AJ Brown, but mainly AJ Brown. Do you know he hasn't had a 2-touchdown game for a year?
Yeah.
Or longer, a year and a half.
It'd be longer.
He had 2 in 2023, and he used to have 170, 150, 120. I'm on the points bet app. I can get $14 for 125. I can get $7.50 for 110, and I can get $4.50 for 95.
Happy days.
And I've also gone to the traders and I've created my own market, Sip. So listen to these and tell me which one you're taking. I'm big on this, by the way. AJ Brown legacy game. You've heard it here first. Just enjoy your Friday. We got the Caulfield Guineas. We lost on the Rams last week, but hey, we didn't because we actually got the Devontae Adams special up. So we're going to keep the specials going. I'm telling you now, AJ Brown ladder bet. You take him, you have your $10 on the 65. You have it all the way up to 125 and the 2 tuds maybe as well. Here we go. American Aces Hub. AJ and Devontae Thursday night lights. Either AJ Brown or D Smith to have 140+ reception TD. 550.
Wow.
We do the same thing for 50 yards.
Yep.
Then we also have a combined either AJ Brown or Smitty to have 2 touchdowns. One of them has to have 2, $10. And then I've got one more, AJ Brown and D Smith Devontae Smith, I should say, but it just says D Smith on the app, to combine for 200 plus at $11. Which one are you picking?
I might take the last one. Let's go. Those boys need to get that footy. Let's go.
There you go. Well, I've even done one more. AJ Brown and Devontae Smith combined for 3 tutties at $17. Combine's great. One could have 2, one could have 3. One of
them can just take them all. It's okay.
I know we're talking a lot about this game, but I just can't emphasize enough. Like, we are red hot on this podcast. We honestly have been red hot. And all I've thought about this week is AJ Brown. And I just think this is the only thing stopping him is a hamstring.
Yep. I love it.
It's the only thing stopping him.
I love it.
So expect a monster game from AJ Brown.
Love it.
Right. Let's settle down and move on. Let's go to London. We get a game in London. Sip, take it away, mate. We're going to get.
Broncos have just been the team in form right now. They lost their first couple by some really tight margins, and now they're getting over the line and playing unbelievable. We saw what their defense did last week. Bo Nix has been on absolute fire. It's been really impressive to see. But it's J.K. Dobbins for me. The Jets haven't been able to stop the run. They used to pride themselves on that. They haven't been able to do it so far this year on a consistent basis. And J.K. Dobbins is running the ball really, really well. And I just think it's another day for him to be able to step up. So quietish day last week against a really solid, a pretty solid run defense. But he's the man to be able to stop. And the other guy, Cortland Sutton. Everybody's been talking about young Mitchell and how good he is, which he is. He has proven that for a little while now from the moment he got into the league. But Cortland Sutton got him last week, and he has been on absolute fire. Now, he gets an unbelievable matchup against Sauce Gardner.
Oh, you think it's unbelievable?
It's a great matchup.
Why?
I think it's one. No, I'm saying that like just them two getting after each other is going to be amazing to watch. Can they do it again? Can Bo trust Sutton to get to work against Sauce? That's what I'm interested to see. If it happens again, like Sutton, you would have to put up there as one of the better wide receivers so far this year because he has done really, really well. I know Mitchell's young. Sauce has got the good experience, but that one I'm very, very intrigued about how they go. If it's not, then they're going to have to look towards Mims and get it going. So I'm excited for this matchup, and I think the Broncos are going to be too good in the end.
Like it, mate. Like it. Yeah, I got a stat here. Only 2 teams in the NFL that have had 100 losses over the last 10 seasons. Can you guess the 2 teams?
Giants. Yep. Or only 100 or like more than 100.
2 teams.
Yeah, Giants has to be 1 and probably the New York teams.
The Jets. The 2 New York teams. How bad are you going, really? It's just ugly.
And the other thing is that Justin Fields, like up against this defense, he may have to use his legs a little bit more because the air game is just probably not going to be there.
It's starting to feel like one of my better bets, isn't it? I won't use him. I can't. I'm not going to go.
I'm not gaming to use the Jets. I know last week was better because they weren't against a high quality team, but Wilson. But I'm just not willing to trust Fields in any way, shape, or form. But
I'm not going to waste my time here. I think Franklin and Mims. I like Evan Ingram got a touchdown. $5 he was last week.
About time.
I don't like the Sutton Sauce Gardner matchup. Like I just don't think you can expose him like George Pickens did. Hey, I could be wrong. Just feel like they'll cook up something with. I really do like Mims. Mims is a guy he's explosive.
Yeah,
and I reckon they'll put on a little bit of a show. The Jets, so they're going to go 0-6. Yeah. You'd imagine.
You would think so.
And when you're 0-6 and you're getting a new head coach, I just feel for him. But I tell you what I don't feel for is everyone that said Detroit Lions would be in trouble when they lost their DC and the offensive coordinator. Hey, I think Dan Campbell's fine over there.
So, don't worry about that. It's exciting.
And I won't be waiting. Last week I stayed up. I got excited.
I was happy to sleep for this one, so we're all good
I'll
again.
be sleeping for that one. Love seeing the international games. All right, now we go to a red-hot Colts. They're going to be hosting the Cards. I don't know where Kyler Murray's at. I don't like this matchup at all. This is a very easy win, in my opinion. The Colts should go 5-1. Mm-hmm. Jonathan Taylor right now. Would you take him with your first pick in fantasy?
Yeah, I would.
Is he number 1?
Based on his form, I probably would.
I think that's what they're saying. They reckon he should be number 1 right now. He is absolutely flying. And before you answer this, I saw something funny the other day. If you showed this to someone 30 days ago, their brain would explode. AFC, the Colts 4-1, Bills 4-1, Steelers 3-1, Chargers 3-2, Jaguars 4-1, Broncos 3-2 and Patriots 3-2.
Yeah,
You
nuts.
got no Ravens, no Chiefs.
Nuts.
How crazy is that?
That is actually wild to
Yeah.
think about that.
That's why we
There's
love the
no
NFL.
way, and that's why it's great about the NFL. I love it.
Mate, I've
Perfect.
got nothing for you here. I just think the Colts have got options everywhere, and your man Warren is just so impressive.
Yeah.
Him and Pittman are coming alive. I think Downs was rolling around there as well. You got plenty of options, and I get back to my stats. Like, I'm so happy for Daniel Jones. The number of 40-point games with the Colts, he's had 2 as of week 5. Number of 40-point games with the Giants, 0. Like, just stoked for him.
Yeah.
He looks happy that he'll be there for the next 5 to 10 years. And that O-line, and you know what? They are doing really well. And the only thing that pisses me off is that coach might get coach of the year, and my future bet might not win because of him. So
That's true.
I wouldn't mind seeing them lose a couple. But yeah, no, that's all I got. They'll win this one easily.
Yeah, they'll win this one easily. Daniel Jones to air it out, and B will look on the lookout for the wide receivers to do their thing. Pittman, Downs, as I said, Warren as well has been a huge part. So that's all I'm really looking for in this game, and the Colts to get over the line pretty easily.
Love it. Let's go to the red-hot Patriots who took down the Bills on the road. They head to the Saints, Caesars Superdome. What do you think here, mate? And by the way, remember I told you last week the Saints would beat the Giants because I thought Dart might be one of those blokes that goes, mate, didn't he?
It looked like it. It looked like it.
What club was he with?
He was hungover for a little while, I reckon. He was on a 4-day. He was on a 4-day bender.
Troy Gordon sneaking him in. What's your favourite catch? Maybe on a Monday. What was he doing?
Jeez, he would have been down in the meatpacking district or Soho, just enjoying himself maybe a little too much.
A little meal at Budokan.
He found out what the NFL was like last week. That's for sure. So. It's just what happens in the NFL when you just show a week of and you just be able to get scouted. That's the reality behind it. So, good win for the Saints. But the Patriots, my goodness, that's an impressive win on the road against a division rival who are in pretty good form. And Drake May was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So was
He's
Stephon
been airing
Diggs.
out. He's top 5 right now for passing yards in the league. It's quite impressive to watch. And when Diggs has got going, that's what you need. A young fella with an experienced guy just to help you, knowing he's going to be in the right spot every single time. It does wonders for you. So I think the Patriots get this done. They're a little susceptible in the air. So I actually don't mind having Olave here. Spencer Rattler is looking for him everywhere. 10-plus targets over the last month. I'm pretty comfortable with him being able to reach his line and going over in the receiving yards there. So they'll look to get in. That's probably the one area that the Patriots are a little susceptible at. He's the clear guy that Rattler's looking for, but Patriots, I think, get this done relatively comfortably again.
Yeah, I'm all eyes on Stephon Diggs. I want to see him in the end zone. I've got that 0 touchdown list going up on the Oz American Aces Hub. That's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for a tud from Diggsy, and I think the Patriots at $1.52, I think that might be one of your better value plays for the week on the road.
Yep.
But as we know, they sometimes when they have these massive wins, the next week's a bit more of a fight and scrap.
Very true.
But the way they're coached, I don't think he will let them dip too much. So that'll be fascinating to watch, and happy for Spencer Rattler to get his first win. I don't want to. What was it? 1-10 he is now.
1-10. Yeah, good on him.
All right, here we go. The Browns taking on the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Take it away, Sip, because this one could be low scoring, and the Browns defense.
The defense is getting better, particularly with the Steelers. They didn't start too crash hopper. They've over the last couple of weeks before their bye, they've shown what their defense is capable of. The Browns, we know what they're able to do. Against the really, really good teams, though, they have struggled. They've put up some serious numbers against, the Bengals, and I can't remember the other team that they played against. Maybe that was they were okay on defense, but when the Lions and that got going on, they took advantage of it. So I still think it's going to be more a defensive game. I'm not really too excited about much there, but I do like the Steelers need to fix up their run defense. They're giving up 120 per game right now. And Judkins has been on absolute fire at the moment. So he's been on an absolute tear, 340-odd yards. He didn't play the first couple of games. He's had 347 total yards carrying the ball, 2 touchdowns. I like what I've seen from him so far, so I think he's going to be able to get his rushing yards. And the other one is DK Metcalf. So I know he's going to have a good matchup. We just saw, there was just a trade not too long ago between the Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. So they've swapped cornerbacks. So I think you can take advantage of DK Metcalf, to be honest. A new system that this guy has to come into, Thompson that has to figure it out, and you have to come up against DK that we know Aaron Rodgers is throwing the ball to. I think I'm very happy to be able to see the receiving yards happen for old DK Metcalf.
He's the guy. That play call they had in Ireland.
Yes.
Where it was just a little slant, and there's a little video that I sent to you, and it was just an amazing play call. He literally just looked right, bang, and hit that gap. And once he's out, as they used to say, you're even, you're leaving. Well, he was leaving in an 80-yard tud. That game was crazy. Addison, him, and Jefferson all had 100 plus.
Very impressive. Yeah.
Mate, I'm just going to tip. I mean, it hurts me, but I'll be cheering on the Browns. Yeah. I would love to see. The only way the Ravens, it's not panic stations yet, because if the Steelers drop a couple easy ones, Ravens just have to win the division.
That's right.
They can win the division ugly, and then they can fire up at the back end. We know there's a little bit of a cheat code there, but this game's big for me. So I'm going to be tipping. Well, I think I'll tip the Steelers, but I'm going to be cheering on the Browns. I'm hoping Myles Garrett can get to Aaron. He's not that mobile in the pocket, and if they can, stop DK, well, he's going to have to get his tight ends involved. So if I was to have an SGM, same gamer, I'm looking at Jonnu Smith. Yeah, I think Jonnu Smith, and even Frymuth. I wonder what he's doing in that break. He'd be going, hey, coach, I know you brought in this bloke, but what about me? Because he hasn't had anything.
No, he hasn't.
So I'm looking forward to that one.
Fiddle for sure.
All right, let's go to Cowboys at the Panthers in Charlotte. This one's really exciting. Yeah. Both teams 2-3. Oh, well, 2-2 and a draw for the Cowboys, but only won 2 games. And I reckon both offenses going pretty well. This could be fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, anytime you get Dallas's offense rolling right now against a susceptible defense, just watch out and be prepared for them to score 35 plus. It's unbelievable. Dak's leading the league in passing. The running game is actually really solid. Javonte Williams has arguably been the best pickup so far.
Someone we gave no respect to.
No respect to. I honestly happy to to take that one on the chin and go, I did not know how the run game was going to go, and he has been unbelievable.
Jerry Jones, hey, hats off to Jerry Jones.
Well played. I mean, he's been, as I said, it's been really, really fun to watch. He's had 447 yards on the ground, 5 touchdowns, pounding the rock, which is so exciting to see, and I think it's a huge matchup for him. I know Carolina last week kept Miami to 19 yards on the ground, but Miami's offense is shot to pieces right now. Cowboys know what they want to do. They want to establish the run early and pound the rock. Williams is the man that's been able to get it done, and he's probably going to feature in one of my best bets later on. And I really like what he's doing right now. So my money, get on board Javonte Williams right now and watch him do his thing, because Carolina, they did well last week, but they're still giving away up to 120 yards per game right now on the ground. And that's with only giving up 19 last week.
Well, I don't know about that one, Sip. I don't know. I reckon you're on the wrong team of the running backs. What about Dowdle? Rico Dowdle he's going up against his old team. He gets remember the start of the year, I gave you a pitch about they got $30 million on the O-line, more than anyone else in the league, 90 plus mil on the O-line. And you can start to see the running backs, I believe, are only as good as the O-line.
Yep.
Rico's gone for 200 last week.
It's good.
And
I'm not knocking Rico back at all.
I just think maybe
it's a running back game. Maybe we need to do a double up here as well.
I'd like to have a bet with you. I reckon Rico will run more than your man.
Run.
Yeah.
More than my man.
Yeah, Williams.
I'm happy to shake that.
Here we go.
Let's go.
All right, jersey on it.
All right, love it.
I'll get a jersey of choice.
Oh, you can get a jersey of choice. I'm all for that. That's great.
Dan, I don't have a Panthers jersey, so I might get one of those. I might get get my man McMillan.
If Williams gets more, then happy days for me.
I think that
if Rico gets more, no worries.
I reckon they're going to be.
Well, you'll be struggling when they're down by 25 and not giving him the ball anymore.
Dak will be throwing it at Pickens. And Jake Ferguson, number 1 tight end in the league. So
let's Jake.
Expect Jake to get fed. This should be a good game.
Yeah, I reckon it will be. I reckon there'll be a little more to this than what we're anticipating. So I like it.
I'll take Dallas though.
I will too.
Which is a weird bet considering I took the other teams running back.
That's okay. No, good.
All right, Seahawks taking on the Jags. Whoa, what a game! You know what? We've got a great fixture this week.
This is if you probably a month ago saw this coming up, you would have just probably expected both teams maybe 1-4, doing a couple of good things, but haven't been able to get over the line. And now this is a game that's got some really good things about it. To be honest, the Jags' defense, they are, absolutely trying to get after that footy, which is great. Whether it's in the passing game and picking it off, or got some really good beasts on that D line there getting after it. But they've been the surprise packet, minus the Colts. They've been a bit of a surprise packet for me as well, which has been good. And This one's set up to be really, really good. I don't know. I don't know exactly which way to go with it. I think if Trevor Lawrence keeps his form, I think the Jags can get it done.
The form wasn't that good last week.
Yeah, but I mean, to come back like that too and manage to find a way to, get a couple of big plays and that, sometimes that's all you need, I reckon.
Lawrence still
not sold on him.
Nah. I reckon their defense kept them in that one.
I reckon they're still in some pretty good touch. So I know the 99-yard touchdown helps, don't get me wrong, but I still think he came up with some really solid plays, and I think they get over the line. I think they can beat the Seahawks.
I'm going to take Seattle. I think Seattle has a better offense, and I reckon their defense. Let's see who's better.
Their defense is strong, no doubt.
They got smacked last week by Baker Mayfield. It's going to be a cracking game. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm looking at the price, $1.95 for the Seattle Seahawks and the Jags at $1.85. So it's going to come down to the last play, which I love. This is going to be an epic game.
I will say one thing. Give Kenneth Walker the ball near the goal line. I am so tired of seeing Zach Charbonnet get the ball at the goal line after Kenneth Walker is putting all the hard yards in to get that ball down the field just to be taken out on 3 plays. It shits me. Give him the ball on the goal line, please.
You sound like me at 4 a.m. or 7 a.m. whenever it is when and you also sound like you've got him in fantasy.
Oh, well, I do.
I've lost the plot. It's happened 3 weeks in a row.
Oh, it just shits me. He's seriously carrying the ball unbelievably well. Just give him the result that he wants to get him in the end zone.
If it happens again, you just got to cop it and start to understand that they're not going to change the way they go about it. Hey, that's a cracker game. Get in the comments on YouTube. Let us know about that one. And also the Betman Sip just had Dowdle v. Williams. Who has more rush? Is it more scrimmage or rushing yards?
Just rushing yards.
I think rushing yards.
Let's leave it at rushing yards.
Scrimmage is there. Those big catches, they don't count. Righto. Can the Ravens hold out to the Rams? They're at home. Do we have any players? I need to look at the injury report. We're recording this on 5 o'clock on a Thursday.
Yeah.
This hurt you talk because I just think without all our players, this is an easy game for the Rams. And you know what? Stafford's thrown I think he's thrown 3 tutties 4 games in a row.
Yeah, Stafford's on absolute fire right now, and arguably, in my opinion, he has the 2 best wide receivers in the game, like 1-2 punch in form. And when you've got a Ravens defense that's given up the second most passing yards, receiving yards in the league, and you're coming up against these two, well, good luck, because Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams as a 1-2 punch is a scary ordeal. And you've got Stafford throwing that thing everywhere. Second in the league for passing yards. This smells all kind of danger for the Baltimore Ravens. And I know they're banged up. I get it. But each week goes by that you continue to lose these players and not have these players on the field. It's going to get tougher and tougher for you to be able to get back. And when you come up against a Rams team after their shock loss last week to the 49ers, I'm expecting a big bounce back, and the wide receivers could be going big in this game.
Yeah, Devontae Adams, I think touchdown, and Puka to do all the yards. That's kind of how it works. Ronnie Stanley's questionable. I'm just looking at our, cornerback in Humphrey questionable with a calf. Hopefully we get a few players back. Roquan Smith missed last week. Hamilton, Lamar's not there. It's just a nightmare for us at the moment. And I must say, I looked at the strength of schedule. The Ravens' schedule is absolutely cooked. They've played.
It was a big first 6 weeks for them.
It doesn't stop. Go look at it. I was like, when are we?
6 weeks.
They have some hard games coming up, especially when teams start to find form on the back end.
No doubt. Yeah.
It hurts me, but the Rams really should just smoke us, and then they should just take the foot off the pedal in the last. I'm just interested to see touchdowns in this one, and I reckon Flowers is a sneaky. If you see what Kendrick Bourne did last week, and Mac Jones, so they're going to play angry. They lost last week. We know that, but I think Flowers can get fed. They're going to play from behind, you'd imagine. It is at home. I actually think the Ravens are going to respond early. I think they can respond. They've got to do something. The coach obviously come out. I was looking at his press conference. He addressed it. It's not the way we're going, we normally go, but the way we're conceding that many points per game, I think they're on track for 630.
Well, it's the worst in the league right now.
No, it's the worst ever in the history of the first 5 weeks, I think.
It's a big no-no for them right now, which they're not used to.
No,
they're obviously not used to.
Yeah, you think of Ray Lewis, he'd be very frustrated.
No doubt.
Look, it hurts me to say this, but Stafford for 2 passing touchdowns. I think Devontae Adams gets 1. And his man Puka will just be like, let me just get to 700 yards. He'll probably go for 112 plus. I'm just looking at him. He's on 588. Let's just top that up to 700. He's flying. That's how I do it, Sip.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I love it.
And flowers, and just don't take the result because I'll be praying for Ravens. But yeah, that's a heartbreaking game to face the Rams off a loss and then play them with all our injuries. Let's just see who's back from the Ravens. Righto. Let's get to the 7:05 games. Hey, 2 teams on bye. We mentioned them earlier. So there's there's only a few games left. Let's start with the Titans at Raiders. You got to think the Raiders get it going here, man. Like
this just smells all kind of putrid.
Nah. Oh, the Titans are putrid, aren't they? Does Genty get going here? I'm trying to look at
Genty has to get going, doesn't he? Like the Titans have given up a touchdown every single week to a running back, so I think he can tick that off for Genty to find himself in the end zone. Being able to the last couple of weeks has really found some form. Geno Smith needs to find something. Like all good about airing it out, but air it out to your guys, mate. And I know Brock Bowers really hurts them in that. With him being out, it just changes the dynamics of their offense immensely. But this is a game you need to win at home. Yep. So I'm looking just for Genty to get himself in the end zone, run the ball on that Titans defense and get the result that they should be able to do at home.
Calvin Ridley is in my 0 touchdown list, and I will be looking at him this week.
Yep.
Brock Bowers out. Should tighten up the game a little bit, but, mate, I'm going to give you a little hint on my best bet of the week, and Genty's in there. Genty's
so it
in
should
there.
be.
He is going to explode. We saw
We
saw what the 3rd string running back did last week when he fumbled, but they gutted him on the ground. So
they did.
Looking forward to the great man. And if I'm the offensive coordinator and Brady's in the house, I reckon Brady's going to say, just give our running back the ball. Let's stop turning the ball over when we can just give our, what pick was he?
Oh, it was pick 6.
Pick 6, whatever he was, top 10. Just give him the ball and let him just run it, and let's just lead and avoid passing the ball so you don't turn it over, big fella.
Just establish the run early and dominate from there.
Yeah, easy. I like that a lot. Bengals at Packers. Here we go. This is the one we were telling you about. Flacco going to launch. This is another best bet for mine coming up later. Jamar Chase, I expect 10 targets and I expect 8 of them to be high risk, and that's when Jamar blows up a big play. Higgins as well, and I think the Packers win easy. This is going to be fun though. I think he's just going to be slinging it. Mate, he probably retires at the end of the year, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he doesn't want to keep flying around.
I don't know what else he wants to do though, but he keeps wanting to be playing football. Keeps wanting to play football. So I'm waiting for him to retire. I thought it would happen 4 years ago, but if he's going to keep slinging it around with these guys that he's got, then happy days. I'm all for it. I can't wait.
Don't retire, Joe.
All good. For me, it's Jordan Love. 4th most passing yards they're giving up, Bengals. Their secondaries ranked 26 in the competition, and it just smells Jordan Love. You have some firepower everywhere to be able to throw the ball to, and I just think it's a big day set up for Jordan Love. So he's probably going to feature in some best bets of mine a little bit later purely for that reason. So I'm just going to be watching him load up and air it out. Can't wait.
And he's going to be airing it out to Matthew Golden, who's yet to have a big day at the office. He had 58 yards last game against Dallas, and I just looked that he had 52 the week before, but I reckon he wants a big play, and he would be seeing a few guys that he knows he's as good as, and they're doing a lot more than he is at the moment. So Jordan Love, wide receiver 1, I reckon they're going to get him involved, and it's a good game too because Dobbs just come off a 3-touchdown game, was it? 2 touchdown, 3 touchdown against Dallas, and you'd think that their best players would go to him. So then we get some open play action.
Let's hope so.
That's a really easy game. But look, again, Flacco playing from behind, launching the ball to Jamar Chase. I think fantasy owners that took him at 1 be very happy. Righto, 49ers at Bucks. Sip, there's about 4. We got a double header on the Tuesday here in Australia for Monday Night Football. We got 4 games to go, but these games are amazing. You know what? This is the easiest week I reckon you could predict.
Yeah, I think I really, really like obviously what they did last week, San Fran, being a little bit banged up and kind of just shocked the world, I reckon, in a way, especially when playing the Rams at home. Great effort by Mac Jones, and they're going to have to use the pass again. We know, again, we probably sound like a broken record, but Tampa Bay just are very, very good at trying to stop the run. They do a really solid job of it. But I think McCaffrey receiving, Mac just wants to find him at all costs, and he somehow just finds a way to get in spots and get down the field. So McCaffrey, for me, I'm going to be looking out for there from a receiving point of view. But, gee, Tampa just find a way. And I spoke about Baker's kahunas, and they're not going away anytime soon. Watch him just try and get that ball aired out. And this is another exciting game. But I think I'm going to go with Tampa on this one. I like what they've been able to produce. Baker with his big kahunas, mate. Just keep it rolling and just go ahead and win that MVP, man.
Love it. Love it. I've got a special for everyone. I'm actually taking him out of my best bets because the value's so high.
Mm-hmm.
Going to put Genty in and talk about that later. But I've got a guy that, look, listen up. All right. Yeah. I've done a lot of research on all these games. This is the first one that stands out outside of AJ Brown. Cade Otton. He's going to be Baker's secondary target, in my opinion, because I think Goblin and a few others are banged up. We know they got their superstar, Emeka Egbuka, who's just on pace to break every record, a bit like Jamar Chase was in his rookie year. But Cade Otton's $4 for a touchdown, and the team he's coming up against have conceded a touchdown to a tight end in 3 of the last 4. But I want you to revisit last week. The Rams they don't really have a tight end.
No,
they had
really use the tight end,
Higbee's banged up, so they use Adams, Puka. They had Tutu Atwell, and then they got their running back room. So I almost want to take them out, and you're looking at 3 from 3. And, I don't know about you, but Emeka's, he's 5 touchdowns in 5 weeks. I just don't think he's going to score this week. Even if he does score, I just think Baker needs to have a play drawn up, and Cade Otton is the guy. And at $4, I had him in my best bets. I'm taking him out. It's too much juice. I'm going to just single it out and be like, here's your value play, and it's going to be at 7:25 a.m. in the morning. So as you start your working week, just have get your points bet app out and just look for that. Just go single market, take your $4 and enjoy the whole 3-hour game because it should be high scoring. We know they'll sling it. And one thing I know, Mac Jones will be able to pass. I was going to take him for passing yards, but he was very banged up last week. I mean,
maybe those bananas might have got.
Well, he needs to have 20 bananas because he was sending us all bananas, thinking he was down, and then he got up and ran off. I couldn't work out what he was doing. But anyway, I like the Bucks in this one. I can't believe the 49ers won last week. And Fred Warner and that defense, what they were able to do against, I just couldn't believe it. So congratulations.
4-1.
But how about that guy King hitting? What about the guy King hitting Williams on the goal line? Is that not a flag?
Jeez, has to be, doesn't it? But
well, apparently
anyway.
it's not unless the quarterback. I read but that was a big play, just punching the guy in the face so he fumbles on the goal line. Yeah. Anyway, so look, Buccaneers for me. Let's keep moving. Geez, some good games. Here's the primetime game.
What a Monday morning game for you.
Let's hype this one up because it deserves more. But it's the Lions at the Chiefs. We're going to Arrowhead to see the heavyweight belt between Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes. We get all superstars on display. We know the Chiefs aren't going as well as you'd like. 2-3. Kelsey's getting on. No Rashee Rice. And Lions stacked except missing 2 of their starting cornerbacks. And when I hear cornerbacks, I hear Thornton, Worthy.
Hear offense, baby.
I hear points. This thing's going to be fun. This is what you should do. Prime time, put the best on the slot and let us just have a go.
This is great.
Tell me who wins because Detroit Lions at 210 doesn't feel right.
I love the Lions at 210. No joke. I just think that they've got all systems firing right now. They're the better team in form. Like, I'm loving it. I'd be more than happy to jump on the Detroit Lions right now at $2.10 with the stuff they've been able to do. Yeah, I know the 2 corners, but their offense is dangerous. They have weapons everywhere. We say it every week. And the Chiefs, maybe they let one go last week, and maybe it's a little bit of a different story. But the fact is, they did let it go at home. And I'm all on board with the Detroit train right now. They have found something, and they have nothing to worry about right now. And I think they go in Arrowhead and get it done again. So watch out for the offenses going. Patrick Mahomes, passing yards, I'm really excited about. I think he gets off there. He's been in fine form. 1,283 passing yards. 1,257 passing yards, 8 touchdowns. And he has been using his legs a ton as well. So I'm just looking for an all-out offense game. I'm hoping it's 35-32. Touchdown galore everywhere. The main guys are getting the job done, and I'm really excited for this one. This is going to be an absolute ripper.
Yeah, I am as well. I think I just correct you because you didn't mean to say what you said, but Mahomes lost at the Jags, but they get to go back home. Home crowd, prime time,
Apologies.
Weather's good. I got you, brother. I just love if the Lions get this done, right? if they get this done, then all of a sudden, I reckon, you got to think they're the 1 seed, except for the Green Bay matchup week 1. We're going to have to wait for that game again because if they beat them convincingly later on in the year, then I'm going Lions. I just can't see the Eagles getting going like they did last year. I told you that, but it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that this is a big game, and the Lions can do this on the road at 5-1. Man, with no cornerbacks, like we know how many players they've lost the last couple of years on defense. Aiden Hutchinson is an animal. You know what? I got him for comeback player of the year. Yeah. He's favourite for defensive player of the year, right? Yeah, and he's not the favourite for comeback player of the year. They got McCaffrey in there and someone else. I'm going, how can he not be favourite in both?
I want to be an offensive award, which is a bit of a joke. But anyway
comeback player of the year. He's been enormous, and the amount of pressure he's putting on quarterbacks. So Mahomes been using his legs a lot. The guy that I think is going to explode, pending if he's okay. He come back in the game, but Worthy, I just think there's got to be. Thornton was out the back last week. Is it him again? I don't know, but Worthy might have a big play coming up, and I reckon Mahomes will go, let's just take down one of these new corners. Let's just expose him early.
And if you want to add a little bit to it for your same game multi, just chuck in St. Brown for an anytime touchdown. He's the go-to man. He may not be high value, of course, but he just continues to find the end zone. So, chuck that on if you want to as well, mate.
Well, I like Jameson Williams because he's in our ban list. Anyone in the ban list performs the next week.
Lifted, so hopefully that's the case. But I can't wait for this one.
All right. Well, let's get to Tuesday, Australian time. That's Australian Eastern Standard Time. 10:15, 11:15. We go Bills at the Falcons, and then we have the Bears at Commanders. Sip, run me through both and what you like in these games, because I think they're both going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, the Bills need to bounce back. Tough loss last week. I mean, they really need to bounce back, but they're coming up against a Falcons team that is fresh, ready to go after their bye week last week, and they get to do it at home. We saw what they were able to do a couple of weeks ago, the Falcons, and Drake London and what he's been able to do. Penix just airing it out. If you stop Bijan, then that goes a long way to winning the game. But the Bills haven't been great at stopping the run just yet. They haven't been great at it. They've had a couple of good performances, but have not been consistent in this area. And when you're coming up against someone like Bijan Robertson, you better be able to figure it out, because he will hurt you. Before you know it, he's averaging 6 yards per carry. He's got 75 yards, just cruising down there doing what he wants. And it's going to be very, very tough for you. But I expect the Bills to bounce back. I think they can get this one done on the road. I think Josh Allen comes out, is very, very explosive, and just watch the man get to work. Get the former MVP involved early, establish the run with James Cook, and I think they'll be too good on the road. It's a big matchup. Falcons defense is low-key been very, very solid. In fact, I think they're number one overall with only giving up 240 yards per game, but I think the Bills find a way to get it done.
I'm just looking forward to the offense. The Falcons got it going last game. We saw Pitts involved, Bijan, London. That was our big call. They're off bye. And the MVP favourite, he needs to respond. I'd love to see the Falcons win this game. I'll be tipping the Bills, but I'll be cheering on the Falcons. And then I go to the Bears game off the bye. There's going to be a trick play coming up. And you know who it's going to be? DJ Moore. DJ Moore needs to lift. He's an absolute stud. I think if I'm Ben Johnson and I'm the head coach and I'm running the offense, I'm going, who's unhappy in the offense? Well, it's got to be DJ Moore. He's not getting any targets. He's not getting any love. Roma Dunze is getting everything. But if I'm Washington, I'm going to try to stop that. And there's going to be some plays, and I think DJ Moore is available. He's everywhere. You can put him in the slot. You can put him at the back. He can do anything, this guy. They even use him as a running back. So expect a trick play here. You've had 2 weeks to prep for this game, and it should be high scoring. So I just, if you're going to come down to the who I'm tipping, mate, you know what? The Commanders, I said at the start of the year, they've given me a lot of confidence after last week's game. It was a mature performance. Yeah. They don't have Terry McLaurin. And there's players that are stepping up, like our man Bill. And
that's the man I'm going to.
Yeah, so I've cooked up something with the traders for your Sip. This is what I've done. I've got a little Monday night special because of the 2 games. So I've gone Bijan Robinson, James Cook, DJ Moore, and Bill, our man Krosky Merritt, to combine for 350 scrimmage yards and 3 touchdowns.
Love that.
We only need 1 or 2 players to explode. That's scrimmage yards.
I'll jump on that. I'll be very, very happy to jump on that.
Monday Night Football.
Everybody
special.
Get on board.
That is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. These games are incredible. As we said, Vikings, Texans on bye. Hope your fantasy team isn't copying it like I did. How good is it when your fantasy side's got 5 on bye, 1 on suspension with Rashie Rice, 1 on IR, Lamar Jackson out with a hammy, and then Brock Bowers pulls out with a knee, and then you also have 1 more pull out before the game. I had to
Tommy, sounds like excuses, mate.
Well, the funny thing is, we're still sitting the game above you.
You've won 1-4 right now on Absolute Reeling, but you don't hear me talking. I just know we're shit right now.
There you go.
I need a lift.
We all need a lift. This is exciting. As I said, I just want to reiterate one more point. If you're still listening, AJ Brown, if you're listening on a Saturday, well, you've already missed the boat. He's going to explode. He's going to explode. And I think Genty, Big Juice Genty, this game's set up for him as well. That's all I've got to recap. And just to let everyone else know that we're loving YouTube. Doesn't matter where you consume this show, Spotify, YouTube, you can comment everywhere. We look at it every week. Social media, get involved in the conversation. We love the 2-minute drill, especially some of the comments. There was one there that I need to reiterate again. That was the best on. This question here from Chrissy4. Mate, you are the man. Chris Jones is aging like Chobani in a spa. That is just elite. We need more of that from everyone. And Sip, I'm on tour in a week and a half.
You are,
We're doing a 2-week NFL trip, and you're going on holidays. We're going to be doing the podcast from a different room for not next week, but the weeks after that. We're going to do an early podcast. We are. Tuesday, we're going to recap the week and do a soft Week 7 preview earlier in the week. It's going to be something different. So make sure you get involved so we can get you in the show. Anything else?
Nah. Guys are awesome as always. Continue with the feedback. And again, a big Week 6 coming up.
All right. Now it's time for Best Bets. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned and we'll drop our best bets in the next program. Thanks for your support. See you same time next week. Actually, no, you won't. You'll see us Tuesday night. Cheers.
Big game, Savo. What do we like?
Me? I like something a little hot.
Hot? Aren't you cold in there?
Not with the fiery flavor of PointsBet. It's like hot sauce, but for sport. Kick's different. Makes the game extra spicy.
Shotgun counts!
Now that's coming in hot.
Fire up your NFL season with PointsBet. Yeah, that's built different. Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.